Hey guys, welcome to video 1 of 12 as part of my New Year giveaway with the Powertec Workbench Levergym system and Smart Turf Athletic Turf. Your chance to win this awesome all-in-one strength equipment and a 15 by 15 square foot piece of this athletic turf in one of 7 colors. This stuff is really great if you have your own studio or garage that you want to build out a gym. It's got built-in antimicrobial microban technology which inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, mildew, and body odor. Right, with that being said, let's get started on the first of our exercises. So for the first exercise, superset, we'll be doing a decline chest press and a row. So let's set up the bench for this. As with any workout, I like to perform a bit of a warm-up. And perform my warm-up with the exercises that I'll be doing for the main workout. So about half the weight I'd normally use, a little bit higher volume. You want to focus on getting that full muscular contraction. So take that muscle through its full range of motion. I'm not fully locking out the arm, extending the elbow, keeping it slightly soft, but I am engaging and squeezing my chest momentarily at the top of that rep. So the goal with these push-pull workouts is to A, minimize the recovery or rest periods between working our chest to our back. So with this setup, I can easily transition from those decline presses immediately into the rows. But the other important factor that I want to highlight here is that my goal is still to try and add more weight. Even though I'm keeping the recovery time short, I'm trying to pyramid the weight up. And here's the kicker. I'm going to stick with the same rep range. No fewer than 10 reps. So we've got 10 and 10 each time, trying to increase just 5–10% extra weight onto the bars for our 3 sets. I like to think of my workouts kind of like a car going from stationary to top speed. You've got to go through all the gears. And then on that 3rd set, kind of like my overdrive gear, I might use weight that's a bit too heavy for me. I'm good for maybe 4 or 5 reps, and then I'll incorporate a bit of a drop set where I'll take about 20% of that total weight off the bar and then immediately go back to finish my 6 or 8 reps that I've got left. So that's my point of failure. Now I'm going to do a drop set, but one additional factor that I'm going to change. I'm going to take out this locking pin, which means both of these arms function independently. I'm actually going to put that weight back on so I can finish off those rows with a point of failure as well. And I think during that drop set, take this pin back out and finish on some isolateral rows. Got my heart rate up. I'm going to increase the angle of the bench for this one. Strip off some of that weight. So our first superset pairing done. Chest and back is feeling pumped. And another thing I like about doing these superset workouts, whilst you're training one muscle, you're actively allowing the opposing muscle to recover but it's still working. So you get this nice kind of duality of a chest and back workout, all within just a few minutes. Whew. All right, let's set it up, move over to our superset number 2. So our second exercise superset is going to be a seated row, great for adding some depth and fullness to the midsection of the back. We're going to pair that with a dumbbell pullovers. Great exercise to open out the rib cage, really stretch out the chest, and gives us something different from the usual press and fly motion. Now, if you're wondering what capacity the Levergym can work with, these arms are rated for 500 pounds and that rear pulley 300 pounds. And as you can see, the bench has a magnitude of different positions to position it back and forwards, also decline, flat, and 5 different inclines. So really versatile piece of kit. As you can see, I'm sticking with 12 reps to determine by how much weight I can go up. Bring that bench back up to a flat. For the pullover, palm the underside of the dumbbell, let my hips drop, slight bend in the elbow, and pull that dumbbell right over my chest. Big deep breath in. Exhale on the lift. Let's get some more weight on that rear pulley and continue to progressively add more weight to our working sets. Whilst I continue to increase the weight for those seated rows, I am going to keep the same weight for my dumbbell pullover and stick with that same 12 reps. You know, another key benefit of doing these dumbbell pullovers is it focuses on working and training your serratus anterior. These finger-like muscles just below the chest here, these are what's involved with that overarm pressing movement. And in my opinion, they can really help define and enhance the abdominal or six-pack structure if you have clearly defined anterior serratus. Whew. All right, let's move on, have a look at superset number 3. So for our third exercise combo, I'm gonna set this up for an incline chest press, but I'm gonna add the crossbar, which comes with the Powertec Levergym. This is both a squat bar and I can use it for our close grip. Because this is a close grip, I don't have as much strength as doing a traditional chest press. So let's start off here, we can always build up. Just like with all of my workouts, my goal is to focus on progressive overload, but also variation and angles. I really want to work, stress, and condition that muscle from all of the different angles that it works in. Floor push-ups, great exercise, but to really get some growth going, we need to add weight. This is a great way to be able to overload and stress the fibers of the pectorals in a range of different angles. Decline, we've got some incline, flies coming up next. One of my favorite chest exercises, which I'll show you for the last superset of this workout. Nice wide grip, wrists locked out straight, knuckles pointing up. And the movement here is to focus on driving the elbows down into the pockets of your lower back. Keeping the chest elevated up. Back nice and straight. And as you drive the elbows down, focus on engaging and squeezing the back muscles at the bottom. Nice stretch up at the top. Let's go, a few more. Now, I caught myself doing this towards the end. When you get to those final few reps at the end of your set, and you might find yourself speeding up, trying to complete them just so that you can finish on those 10 or 12 reps, don't. It's going to be much more beneficial to rack the weight, incorporate a rest pause, whereby you rest the muscles for no longer than 10-15 seconds. You don't walk around, don't pick up your phone, stay put. After those 10-15 seconds, immediately go back and try and finish those 3, 4, 5 reps with better muscle activation, stricter form, and you'll feel it so much better than if you try and rush and get those last few reps out quickly. Whew. All right, you've got one more set left, then we're gonna finish this workout off with some focused movements for chest and back. But man, feeling good. So for this superset, final one for chest, got a pair of dumbbells here for our chest flies. I'm also gonna remove the bench and switch up the handle up here from the lat pull down to a rope and perform some straight arm pull downs. Very similar to the dumbbell pullover. This one is a variation of that. I'm not gonna use too much weight, but another great exercise for those anterior serrators. So let's set it up. There's a really great bench that can be used separate. I like my chest flies to be performed at a slight incline. Not too high because that brings in a lot of the front shoulder, but just high enough, about 3 clicks up on the bench here, to really focus on the upper region of my pecs as opposed to always working the main width of it, which typically you do when performing flat bench work. Now, when it comes to pec flies, I like to keep my elbows at a fixed angle. So slight bend in the elbow, closing the weights together, using the pec muscles to really drive the arms in. You see that my arms aren't bending or moving too much because that's going to take the work away from the chest and make the arms, triceps, biceps, and some of the shoulders come into play. Directly over the chest, elbows soft but fixed. Open it out until you feel a deep stretch in the pecs. Drive it back up. There's no need to go too deep on this. As long as we're working the chest, the pectorals here, taking it through its full range of motion here. We're not clanging the weights up at the top. This way we keep tension on the muscle throughout the entirety of the exercise. Big deep breath in as we open up. Exhale on the effort. I'd say about halfway through the workout, focus more on muscle activation, completing the exercise through a full range of motion, and really tying in that mind-muscle connection to feel the muscle work within each exercise. Okay, straight arm pull downs. This is much like one of my favorite abdominal exercises, the high cable crunch. Except with this one, I'm not crunching down quite as much. My arms are straight, and it's more of a pull down motion with the arms. So towards the end of the workout, I'm not increasing the weight, but you can see a slight variation with my hand position. I'm actually externally rotating at the wrist, so my thumbs are going out, creating a bit of a V shape, if you like, of the dumbbells up at the top. And the reason for that is I find this really helps kind of pull in the lower region of the chest as I draw those little fingers together up at the top and then squeeze my chest hard at the top of the rep. Whew. Same weight here, nothing changes. As with most of these superset, the B exercise in this 2-part pairing, I'll focus mostly on increasing the weight on the first one. That second superset, I tend to stay with the same weight, certainly towards the end of the workout. One really great thing about the workbench Levergym is the number of attachments that you can get for the end of the bench. One in particular being a pec fly attachment. So if you don't have dumbbells or you don't feel comfortable using dumbbells, you can set up the bench with a pec fly and get a really great isolated focused movement on the chest. Okay, moving on to our final superset exercise. This one for the back. All I've done here is turn the bench around. We're gonna do some prone incline back raises. So I've increased the weight by about 20% for some dual arm rows. And then it's a single arm high cable row. Really great variation, doing a lat pull down and allows you the chance to to work on some isolateral movements. So that's ready to go. We've got our dumbbells and the bench. Let's get to it. So with this one, my chest just at the top of the bench, and all the movement originates from the elbows. So elbows driving up, full length down, stretch out the back, and row. The great thing about this, as opposed to performing standing rows with dumbbells or a barbell, is it's very hard to cheat on here. It locks in your body, so the only thing moving are the arms with the weights at the end. This is why I like this at the end. A little bit of isolation work. Really target the inner region of the back. Really good stretch in the back. Driving the elbow down towards that lower lat pocket. All right, one more set here, back and forth, same weight, same setup on here. Got about a 30-second rest period in between, and then we are done. Whew. It's a good workout. I feel that chest, back, sweet and short, and I hit all of the major moves. Whew. So, as usual, the full breakdown of this workout is in the video description below. Time-stamped as well, so you can go back and watch specific exercises, including details on how to perform them and what the focus is, and your chance to win the Powertec Workbench Levergym, both the kit here and a 15 by 15 square foot piece of athletic turf from Smart Turf. No purchase necessary. All you need to do is head over to my website. The link is in the video below. Sign up, you get access to my 30-day training and nutrition guide as well. Plus, at the end of January, I'll be picking a winner randomly to win a brand new Levergym and athletic turf. Good luck, go sign up, and keep focused on your New Year's resolution. We've got a long way to go. See you guys in a couple of days.